What's up, everybody? My name is Jameka Poetry, and I just wanted to, check in with you guys about the topic today. It's for you guys. It's all about you. We're talking about, we have our truth as well as women, but we're talking about today, why does it take for you to split up or break up for you to know what you have is good? You know the saying, you don't know a good thing till it's gone. So, Kimmy, got my girls with me today. I got Kim and I got Neek in here. So y'all tell me, I know y'all see Neek hand, but y'all tell me why is it that you don't know that you have a good thing till it's gone? Why does it take till they're gone to know that?
That can go both ways. But a lot of times, just from my personal experience, a lot of times men take for granted, and women can take for granted too, but right now we talk about the men because we always talk about the women. So the men, a lot of times, take us for granted in a way that they think that you're never going to leave. Especially if you've been in a relationship for 5, 10, 15 years and you continue to put up with whatever you're putting up with, they think you're going to continue to do that. So they never think that time is going to run out. But you have to realize at the end of the day, everybody's human. And you're going to have a breaking point at some point, whether it's 25 years of a relationship. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a breaking point at some point. So I think a lot of times the men take that particular person, that woman, for granted, thinking like, oh, I did it before, she didn't do nothing. Or I said this before, she didn't say nothing. So she took me back. All I have to do is apologize and she'll take me back. And that's what they continue to think until that person is gone.
Exactly. Wow. What you think, Kim?
I agree with Shanika. I do believe that, females and males maybe also will just get to the point where they just don't want to tolerate anything anymore, and their limits, they're just tired. And so when you get to that point, you're just like, I'm gonna back off and go ahead and do me and figure things out and get my mind together. Mm-hmm. And what we always have to focus on is that we need to look at our inner selves and look at ourselves in the mirror to see what type of things we want to keep tolerating as a person. Mm-hmm. And if you want to keep tolerating that, then you're going to have to either put your foot down, lay some ground rules, and just set things on a path to where hey, if this is where you're going to go with this, then I need to let you know how I'm going to go with what I'm going to do. Either we're going to do it together, we're going to work on counseling, we're going to do something to come together, or we're going to need to break apart and just go our separate ways. But you got to know as a person what your limits are and what you want to do.
Okay.
And setting the ground rules up front, that's important. Mm-hmm. So that's where a lot of us fail.
Okay, so do you think setting those ground rules up front would prevent it from waiting till we split up to know that, dang, this was a good thing that I had?
Sometimes it can and sometimes it won't. Sometimes people just still take you for granted no matter what you say. But the thing about it is actions speak louder than words. So if you're going to say this is not what I'm going to tolerate, when they do it, you got to cut them right then and there. Because then they know from the jump, you know what, she really ain't playing. I can't run this on her. She really not playing. That's what we don't do. Mm-hmm. We're us as women, we're caring, we're nurturing. Mm-hmm. So we continue to give people, whether it's a mother, father, friend, husband, whatever, we continue to give people chance after chance after chance after chance because we're that type of person naturally. But at the end of the day, it has to be some kind of ground rules. No matter if it hurts, I've learned no matter if it hurts or not, you got to just look. Mm-hmm. Wow. This is not how it's going to be. So like Kim said, we either go our separate ways or we work on it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then when you're working on it, you can determine at the time if that person gonna ever change. I mean, like if that person gonna be that same person, or you feel like that person gonna revert back to their same old ways, then you gotta set this ground and say within yourself what you want to deal with, and whether your temperaments can tolerate that continuously over and over again, or you can just say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and just work on me, separate myself from the relationship. And then I'm going to figure out some things. And if we grow in that separation, then it's meant to be. And if we don't, we know what that looks like and whether we can just move forward.
Right. Nobody's perfect. No. People are going to slip. People are going to mess up. But if you want something that bad, you'll do what you have to do to keep it.
Right.
Or it goes.
Yeah. Right.
That's the thing. Actions speak louder than words. And I'm a true believer of that. Because you can say everything out of your mouth. But if your actions are not backing it up, then you really don't mean what you're saying.
Yeah. I think it's really, really sad because we take for granted the good things that people do for us. And I hear a lot, people say that you normally are the harshest or the rudest to the people that love you most.
That's true.
And so when you're in these relationships, you take for granted the simple things like opening up a door or a text back, because some people look at text and don't even text back. So you take for granted, or just thinking of you, simple things like that. You take it for granted. And then after this person, like, well, dang, they really don't appreciate me. You know what I mean? It's like,
because it's the actions.
Right. It's like, why I'm giving this, I'm doing this, and you really don't appreciate me. And now that I'm gone, a year later or 3 months down the road, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I realize, what you was trying to do, or that it really ain't nobody out here. The grass ain't green on the other side.
That's
so
a big one.
It took me to go over here. It took you to go over here to realize that. You know what I mean? So why is that?
But you know what I think, Jameka? I think also too that what a lot of times what happens with a lot of individuals is that when they start on in these relationships, what they do is they start a relationship and they're themselves, and they get you in, and they say, these are the things I'm doing to get you. I'm wine and dining you. I'm opening up doors. I'm giving you flowers. I'm sending you cards, sending you sweet messages. And then after you done got comfortable in a relationship, that tends to die down. And then what happens is you start becoming your true self, and then you really show your true colors. But then when your relationship start to go a different way, and you say, hey, you're not the same person I was with in the beginning. You're changed. You're not the same person. Then we have to sit and evaluate them again and say, hey, dude, this person was the person I met, but you changed so much.
Or it's blamed on you.
You blamed on you, like you changed. And so what you do is you reevaluate yourself and like, what am I doing wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did I change that much to where you treat me differently now?
Right. But it's not that. It's
not
wrong.
It's not you.
It's not
right.
you.
Them.
But you feel like it's you.
Right, you do
right.
feel like it's you. But it's not.
Like
But it's not you. It's them. It's something that happened in their life. Maybe it's been a secret
in the past,
or in the past, or even during the relationship that you may not know about, and because they're not speaking on it to let you know.
Right.
But it's something that may have happened that's making them feel insecure or some type of way about themselves.
Right.
So anybody that feels a certain type of way about themselves, if you feel low about yourself, if you have low confidence or whatever it may be, it's easier for you to push it back on somebody else, because you don't have to really truly sit in it and deal with it. And that's for anybody in the world. Anybody that's going through something that's hard to deal with, you don't really want to deal with it. So you find other ways, other outlets to deal with it. And the number one outlet is to push it back on somebody else.
Then how do you expect me to sit there as a person and take that all the time? And I think that's not fair to the person who's on the other side of that message to know that they want to keep staying in. You stay in it also too because you love that person.
Right.
You have grown to love this person over years and time to where it's so hard to say, oh, I gotta stop this.
Right, you don't build everything together, work hard to achieve things together.
It's hard to break away to say, okay, God, I gotta go to another avenue and start all over. Do I want to start all over?
No.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Do I want to sit here and tolerate this? Or do I just say, okay, well, let's figure out these things out and figure out how we're going to come together to work on this relationship. But the thing is, I feel like what you're saying is true. Do I have to keep taking it over and over if that's what that person is doing to me?
And figuring things out is a two-way street. You can't pull all the weight. One person can't pull all the weight. So
Right.
At the end of the day, when that person has all of that weight on them, I mean, come on, you going down. It's like a seesaw.
Right.
Somebody gonna flop up and flip off or something. I mean, if the weight is on one side, it's not balanced. So that person that's bearing everything, that person is going to get tore down.
They're tore down.
They're going to be tore down. I mean, who can keep dealing with stuff like that?
And then too, you sacrificing what your happiness should be.
Yeah,
you sacrifice your happiness. And to me, what my mother always said is that your peace of mind and happiness is what you need to think forward to in life, because that's all you have. Is your peace of mind.
That's a part of taking care of yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care if you got kids or anything else? It's not going to work because you're so tore down and you're beat down. You have to pick yourself up. You can't always expect somebody else to pick you up.
Exactly.
That's not
Right.
going to happen. You can't depend on other people. And I don't care if you're married or in just a long-term relationship. You cannot, I don't care how much love is in that relationship, you cannot depend on that person. Because that person honestly cannot we can make each other happy in a general sense, but deep down from the inside, nobody else can make me happy.
Right.
If I'm not happy, I'm dragging that into my relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right.
into your friendships and
Everything.
children.
All
Everything.
kind of
So that's
relationship.
why it's important to know who you are before you get into these relationships. And I think that's a way that you can prevent missing out on something good. You know what I mean? Because when you don't know yourself, you walk into this relationship
you're settling for anything.
and you can sabotage your relationship because you don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You got all these issues, you got all these problems, and you're taking it in. And this person is over here, this good person is over here just bearing the weight.
Now,
being
that
there
good
for
person,
you.
too, that
You know
good
what I'm
person has issues, too.
Right.
So
They
that's
do.
where everybody's going to have issues. Nobody's going to be
Right.
perfect. That's why I say, if you know what you have, deal with it in a way, because or make it work in a way, because like Jameka said, the grass is never greener. You're going to get over to somebody else,
And bring that over.
and that's going to be 10 times worse. Then that's when you're going to say, oh, dang, I ain't have it this bad last year when I was with such and such.
Exactly.
This grass is crazy. Let me tell you something. It's always worse.
Yeah.
Right.
In most cases, when they think the grass is greener on the other side, and you step over to that grass and it's brown.
Right.
So
I
it
like
ain't been
that.
watered, it ain't
Brown,
been taken care
yellow,
of, no nothing.
burnt.
So be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, whether we go to church every Sunday or not, God hears it all.
He hears it.
So be careful what you ask for.
Yes.
'Cause there's things that I've asked for and I got it,
Exactly.
and I didn't really want it after I
You
got it.
definitely better
Yeah.
be specific.
And you gotta be specific.
specific
I was
of
gonna
what
say.
you ask God for,
When
because
you
He would
pray.
deliver, and you pray on those things. He would deliver them to you exactly the way you
Exactly
pray.
the way you ask for
And
it.
if you
Yeah.
don't, you got to be directed where you want your
Right.
spirits and your blessings to take you.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, he'll grant you what you want.
Hello.
That's right.
And then, like you said, getting that thing and be like, dang.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because not always cracked up to what you
What?
know,
So hopefully the men, this message is for you guys.
We need y'all
And hopefully-
insight.
Yeah, guys.
Hopefully you can turn those relationships around to something to where you go back to where you began and where you nurture, where you was in love in the beginning, and bring that back. Because I'm telling you, women, they feel like you're not giving them your 100% like you did in the beginning.
Yeah.
And women too.
Women too, 'cause
And it's
men-
both, like you said,
men like to
they
feel
put on
wanted
that
too.
mask. Right.
Men like to feel wanted too.
And they like to
So,
feel
respected.
respected.
That's
Men
the
like
number
to
one
be
thing.
respected.
They gotta feel
But they
respected.
got to give respect too.
They gotta give respect.
You know what I'm saying? Give
Yes.
respect. You get
Give
respect
it,
when you
give
give
it.
respect. That's how it goes. I'm not gonna be giving you
Give
all
it,
my
give
damn
it.
respect.
Give it and
Damn
get it.
Y'all are crazy.
I'm tired.
So people, that's the little chat today. Thank you, girls. That's my girls. We just wanted to chat in, because today we're talking about moving on. When enough is enough. When you've given all and this person doesn't appreciate you, and you keep it moving, and then after you keep it moving, you start focusing on you and you start focusing on your goals. They had time to think, and then they realize, dang, I messed up, or something. There was something that I could have done better to help this relationship. And even at the beginning, I always think, like, when y'all put stuff on the table, look, being self-aware is everything. Put it on the table. Look, I got this issue. If you know, I got this issue. I got this issue. But if this person is willing to work with you through it, y'all help each other grow. You know what I'm saying? Don't bash each other down. Help each other grow. And don't always point out the other person's faults at the same time. You know, like you gotta be able to work. It's a pull push here. You know, it's a pull push. But that's it. We just want to chime in, see how you guys are doing. Let you know. Make sure you give your input on the different posts. I got a couple more posts for the rest of the day. And I appreciate you guys coming in. Love you.
Bye.